What's up, Stat Fam? We told you we was coming back with another. We got NBA OGs explain why they feared Michael Jeffrey Jordan. This is a live reaction. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button, and comment below. Let's get it. Y'all already know what time it is. Shout out to the Lord for another one. Jeffrey, you know what time it is. I promise you, Sean David, we salute you for the videos now. I ain't watched Sean David in a minute. Basketball Time Machine, if y'all ain't know, that's what it is. Shout out to Sean David for the video, though. It's legendary. We thank you, Lord, for another day. We thank you for allowing us to do another video. Shout out to them real legends. Shout out to them real junkies. Shout out to them real crackheads. Shout out to them. Shout out to y'all out there. Y'all already know how I go. Hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all enjoy y'all day. Don't never fake nothing. I hope you're being for real out there. You feel me? Always be you. No matter who you with, always be you. It's legendary around here, but we ain't gonna hold y'all up. Y'all already know why we here, Jeffrey. Come on, now. That's a big hill if y'all ain't know them. Shout out to them Tar Heels, you feel me? Shout out to the GOAT. Real legend. I'm talking about. There's only two that won the defensive player and the MVP in the same year. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Hakeem the Dream, Olajuwon. There's only two players that ever did it. Shout out to them real legends now. I promise you, we're going to get down to business, though. I promise you, we ain't going to hold you up. We thank you, Lord. Let's get down to it, y'all. You know what?
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
I'm your fan, just let us get started here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello, good day everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, oh my god, really? A new Michael Jordan episode? Of course. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at NBA legends talking about Michael Jordan. A handful of new clips that I have recently found. Some stories you might have heard in different versions, but there are two stories which I've never heard before, which were... they made my day, let's put it that way. Anyway, but before we start with that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. And I would say, let's get right down into it.
Shout out to Sean Davis. Shout out to Basketball Time Machine.
Now the first story that we're going to take a look at is from James Worthy on the Dan Patrick Show, and I think some of you might know the story, but the cool thing is that James Worthy extends on what he originally said in the Last Dance documentary, and he actually talks about Michael Jordan in college, how good he actually was, and kind of interesting. Let's have a look.
When did you know that Michael Jordan was better than you?
Well, I was, in his documentary, I say that, I was better than Michael Jordan for about 3 weeks. It took about 3 weeks for him to, because he always sought out the best. Whether it was backgammon, chess, cards, he wanted to know who the best was. So I saw him, come in. And one of the things I think is missing is that you don't have these college coaches anymore that are ripping your egos away immediately. You're going to be a part of this team. And Michael bought into that, and with his talent, Coach Smith just elevated it. I tease him a lot though. He couldn't win another one without me. But yeah, I knew he was. But he was a late bloomer, Dan. He really had a lot of talent, and then it just surged as he kept growing and getting older in the NBA.
But that's tough because you're the college player of the year, right?
Yeah. Along with Ralph Sampson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden Mike comes in and you
That
go,
got Worthy.
okay.
That's a big hill out
All
there.
of a sudden you go, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I knew he saved us. I knew it was right around the ACC tournament. He started to really, make himself known against Virginia and some of those guys, Lee Raker and Jeff Lamb, those guys. Michael hit some big shots, okay? you go back and look at that game. When you look at the Georgetown game, we were kind of, losing a little bit. He had a big left-hand shot over Ewing, one from the corner, and then of course, the big shot we hit in Georgetown. I had to be the decoy, of course. That's why he was wide open. But yeah, I knew he had it, man.
Now the next player's opinion that we're going to take a look at is from Kenny Anderson, who unfortunately, I think I never had a clip of his on my show. Anyway, talking about MJ, I know he's a huge fan. Let's see what he
gave his answer. He's not disrespecting LeBron or anybody else.
Now, I would say, let's look at the record. He got 6 titles, right? Jordan,
Yeah.
6.
He's 6-0.
6-0. He never lost.
That's true. That's true.
He never lost.
He lost in the first round. He lost and didn't make it to the playoffs. There was other times
When he was playing baseball, he came back.
He lost other times. We just going to erase every loss with an asterisk.
No, because Boston was beating him down.
Yeah.
With 4 Hall of Famers in the starting lineup.
Could Michael Jordan go left?
Well, when I got him, he went left. Right. That's what we go on. I used to get mad at the 2 when he switched off. Where the devil at? Come on, where the devil at? Man, that man can do it all, man. That man can do it all.
I don't know what the hell they were watching. I don't know.
I said no weakness.
I don't know what LeBron fans be watching.
And then a lot of people who say, "Oh, he didn't pass the ball." He's a scorer. He's a 2 scorer.
Thank you.
Scorer.
Scorer. Period.
Thank you.
He was a scorer.
I said that's and when he did, he found Jim Paxson.
Knockdown.
Found Kerr. Found B.J. Armstrong.
And that probably was like 2 assists. Okay.
All right, guys. The next story actually comes from Daryl Armstrong, who played for the Orlando Magic, and it is so entertaining to listen to this story. I did not know the details of the story, and it just tells you so much about MJ. Love that one. Thank you, Daryl. Let's hear it.
Play Michael Jordan. That's when Nick Anderson throw the ball. To this day, until I saw Last Dance, I did not know Nick Anderson said 45 is not 23. Oh, Lord. I would have said, man, y'all, you don't check the fuck out. What is you doing? So, game 2, he comes out and keeps his top on. They did the announcement. Man, number 45, Michael Jordan. Yeah, crowd go crazy. Kept his top on. Boy, protein broke out of the huddles. Coming to the court, that motherfucker took off that damn thing. I saw 2, 3. I said, oh, no, we hit trouble. In the field, back, camp, whatever you want to call it. Jesus, we in trouble tonight. So they ended up winning game. The rest of the time, this was the crazy part. Every time he wore that number, they got fined 200 fouls. But we ended up winning 4-2 on that court. And he said, all he kept thinking was Orlando. Man, they played us in the Shaq last time in Orlando. They swept us. I never forget this. And you can go back and look at the stat sheet. Jordan had 2 free throws at the end of the game. He hit the first one and missed the second one on purpose. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? Somebody said, look at the scoreboard. He left 45 on the score.
Tim, we're going to ask who in your mind is the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Michael, and I'll be
It's not even hard.
A little bit biased because my career was basically the decade of the 90s, and this guy dominated that decade, as we've seen throughout this documentary. I think, for me, a lot of the footage that you saw from the documentary is one of the reasons why I put him in such high regard, because of how difficult it was defensively and the physicality of the league when Jordan played and when he was winning his titles. I just think you have to take that into account. It was a totally different era, a totally different way and mindset of defending the paint and defending attacking players like Michael Jordan. And so to still be that good statistically and to have the 6 championships without a loss in the finals, for me, that will separate Michael Jordan from anybody else. But at least I do think the conversation is right if these are the 2 guys that you're having the debate about. LeBron is the only other guy, I think, that is worthy of genuinely being in that debate.
Okay. No Kareem, no Oscar, no Magic, no Larry, just with LeBron and Mike for you?
On the line somewhere, Jay. Otherwise, the debate rages on. It's too hard to have a debate when you have that many names. So, for me, it's Michael Jordan always is going to have the biggest seat at the biggest table. But I think LeBron James at least has a seat at that table. But for me, they're the 2 most comparable players in terms of their ability to dominate on the perimeter, inside out, their defensive prowess, their team success, the number of times they went to the finals, championships, all of that. I think it comes down to these two guys.
And Bill Russell's over there counting rings, but we just gonna leave him out of this. What was your mentality when you faced Mike and the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, I always just got excited to play that team. And for me, I always looked at it like a challenge in that it was not something that Michael Jordan was going to do to me in a one-on-one matchup if I was playing against him that he wouldn't have done to a million other guys. And so all I could do in that situation, in a no-lose situation, was play well. And if I played well for a stretch against Michael Jordan and I guarded him well in a number of possessions and, you know, if I contested some shots and I forced him to miss some tough shots, well, then you come off the floor and everybody has tremendous appreciation for what you did. But if he hits 5 straight on you, big deal. He's done it to everybody. He's done it to certainly better players than me and Hall of Famers. So you don't worry about those kinds of things. And the other thing about playing that team, Jay, was there was a completely different electricity in the building, even driving to the arena, that you felt when you were about to play the Chicago Bulls than anybody else. And that was the case even for a home game.
You know, to me, it's so unfortunate that we had so many great players back in the days and you hardly see them coming on NBA shows giving their opinions about other players. I mean, there are so many guys who have so many great stories to tell, but you have the feeling that it's always like the same 20 faces that go to those podcast shows. It's unfortunate, but hopefully we find more guys to actually give their stories about other players. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.
I had to guard them motherfuckers. Motherfuckers gave us 40.
Gave him 40. Come on, now, stop playing. They couldn't do shit with Jeffrey out there. Real legend, though. The GOAT. You definitely at that table now. I'm talking about they looking at you at that table, you feel me? You ain't looking at them at that table, they looking at you. And Wilt out there, the Big Dipper, and Jeffrey out there. Come on now. And Bill Russell. Them 3 right there. Them the biggest right there. Them 3. Bill Russell, Jeffrey, and Wilt Chamberlain. Hey. You definitely at that table, Jeffrey. LeBron can sit at the table though. He up there. We ain't gonna lie, he up there though. But as in better than Jeffrey, let's stop playing. We ain't finna do that. As in all around game, LeBron fans, y'all already know who the greatest. Y'all already know who better. It's not even funny. Come on, if you really look at the eye test, who game was pure? You feel me? Jeffrey. Let's stop playing, man. Shit was a bad with no holes in it. Let's stop it. You can do it all. Same thing LeBron can do, Jeffrey can do the same thing. Now LeBron can't do the same thing Jeffrey can do, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. The turnarounds, the fadeaways, it's not the go-to moves, man. I'm talking about basic moves. It's just something about when he jumped. He just like he levitated. He went higher in the air. I don't know, man. That shit crazy to me. I still be in all every time I watch it. Like, how in the hell was you doing shit like that? You was really out there acting up on them guys, man. You really turned up. When it was time to win, Jeffrey ain't lose. He ain't lose no game. He was 6-0 in the finals. When he got to the big stage, you feel me? It was for all the marbles right here. Is you gonna win or you gonna lose? That guy chose to win. He got it 6 times. That guy got 6 MVPs. Never lost. Come on, man. Stop. there you go right there. There you go. It is what it is, you feel me? You gotta take it on your chin, though. Ain't nothing to keep up making up stories, making up lies on the man. We already know who the greatest, man. Jeffrey, you the GOAT. It's legendary. I promise you. You know, I'm gonna tell you who I'm running with, though. I'm running with Jeffrey. I'm running with Bean, Kobe. I'm running with Bird. I'm running with Elijah Wine. I'm running with Dirk. That's who we running. That's my 5. That's my 4. That is what it is. That's my 3. That's my 2. That's my 1. That's who I'm running with. I tell you that. I promise you I'm running with Jeffrey. I'm running with Bean. I'm running with Bird. I'm running with Dirk. I'm running with Elijah Wine. That's my top 5 right there. Who fucking with us? Who gonna handle us? Nobody. We torching shit out there. I promise you. You can't do nothing. We got everything we need. You can't do nothing. Who we losing to? Nobody. We torching something. I tell you. Shout out to them real legends. Shout out to Jeffrey out there. Shout out LeBron too. Now you legend now. You act like you ain't no real legend. You a real legend now. It's legendary though. You became the #1 scorer, 40,000 points. That's legendary right there, boy. That's legendary right there. Hey, we ain't seen that thing change in them 30 years. You used to say that dude your partner. That thing say LeBron James now, #1 scorer in the league. Most points. That's legendary right there, though. I ain't even gonna lie about that one, though. I promise you. Every time I look, I say, damn, LeBron, I got 40,000. I really went out there and handled that, though. You gotta salute that now. You got to. It's legendary. You played a long time and you're playing with your son. It's big right there. Hey, you gotta salute it. But as in being better than Jeffrey, let's stop playing. We ain't gonna do all no playing. We ain't playing about that. That's for real right now. That's for real right there. I promise you. You can sit at the table though, but as in better than Jordan, they don't need to be talking. We already know what time it is. Shout out to them Jeffrey fans out there. Shout out to the LeBron fans out there. I thank y'all stat family for watching the full video. We're gonna be back with another video after this video. Make sure y'all stay prayed up. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. You know it.